everyone.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm Barton Nunnelly. Hello,
Hey.
in Hollywood.
Hello, everyone. I'm Letitia.
Hello.
We are live on YouTube for the very first time, and I want to welcome every one of you in the chat to our inaugural live stream. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. I have a few announcements tonight. Before I do that, I want to give a shout out to my good friends. I wouldn't be here without help from my friends. This is my lovely wife, Letitia. So, Blondes and Booze. Krista, thank you so much. You and Brandy for your help.
Thank you, guys.
Mark
There she
Nathan,
is.
thank you, Brother Mark, for your help. And Terry Littleton, thank you for your help, brother. So I just want to let everybody know that the Brotherhood of the Wolf, my fellow brothers and sisters, will be ushering in a new era in YouTube content. There will be no chat-generated fake AI content at all. You'll never hear me read one thing that's not true. And that's why it takes me so long to do a video, and I want to apologize for that. I have a bunch of people waiting for me to do their videos, and we've just been so busy in the last couple of weeks, and we have a week or two more to go, but I will be getting to your videos very soon. Thank you all for writing in your true stories. And I don't just read these stories, the emails that people send in. So I talk to them on the phone if I can't meet them in person. And it takes me a while. It takes me a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 conversations to make sure that these people are on the level and they're not joking. They're not trying to pull my leg or just have their stories read on YouTube as if that's some kind of accomplishment or something. But yeah, so everything that I read, everything that I bring you guys on my channel will be 100% vetted and true. So we're tired of all these people stealing your time and stealing your attention and giving you fake stories that just designed to give them more views and take views away from the real people who are really out here in the field doing real work. You know, when you go to some place like the LBL or something like that, you're literally taking your own life in your hands sometimes. The first thing that happens is you lose cell signal, so there's no calling for help. So if you're a mile or so away from your car or even a half mile, real problems and dangers can arise, and it might not have anything to do with inhumanoids. You know, you have timber rattlers, you have copperheads, wild boars, all kinds of stuff. Yes, ticks and chiggers. My wife can attest to that. She's covered in chigger bites right now, and bless her heart, they don't bother me much. I'm so used to them. I've been doing this since 1985.
I'm severely allergic to them, so.
She is definitely allergic to them, but she's still out there with me. And, you know, it's just not right for people to get up there. They don't risk so much as one single mosquito bite to give you anything real. So I just want to let everyone know that we're ushering in a new era for the YouTube creators and their content.
Thank you, JD, for that donation. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. The very first one.
Right.
Yay.
Yeah. So we're excited to be here. Just a year ago, I had no aspirations of ever coming onto YouTube or doing anything in the public eye, really. And now I find myself in front of you guys speaking and going to conferences and stuff like that, which.
Thank you, Bigfoot Michigan Rob.
Yeah, thank you, BMR.
Love
How you
you.
doing, buddy? So yeah, I never thought that I would be doing this, but here I am. So you guys are going to have to put up with me for a while, hopefully for a long while. Still got a few years left in me. I'm getting kind of old. I'm not too old to swing my swords yet. So until that day comes, we're going to be here right here with you. And I hope you guys stick with us. It's going to be, we have a lot of exciting stuff coming up, a lot of things planned for the future, and a lot of good stories that I've been vetting for the past month. So I think it's some things that you've never heard before when it comes to humanoids like Bigfoot, Dogman, Mothman, etc. So stick with us. We're going to have a really good time.
Thank you guys. We appreciate you
Hey,
all
Mark.
being here.
So Mark Maycheck, my good friend, Cryptidville. Without him, I wouldn't be on YouTube at all. He was kind enough to get me some editing software and teach me how to use it. He literally held my hand for the first 5 or 6 videos. And thanks a lot, brother. Appreciate that. He's a fellow member of the Brotherhood of the Wolf, just like Krista and Brandy, who I affectionately call Hollywood. So, thanks, everyone.
I was going to say, Bart, why don't you maybe explain to people what Brotherhood of the Wolf is and how we all became members? The Wolf,
as you see the logo that I have behind us. It's the most exclusive club in the cryptid field. And I hate to even call it cryptid, because what we do has nothing to do with natural animals rumored to exist and waiting for scientific classification. These are not natural animals at all. There is no such thing as a half human or partly human cryptid. So these things, I call them inhumanoids, which is the name of my channel. So it's a very big difference. These things have abilities that no other natural animal has. But the Brotherhood of the Wolf, there's only one way you can get into this brotherhood, and we're not a group, we're not a club.
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you, Sherry. We love you so much, hon.
You're our angel.
You are an angel. The only way you can get into the brotherhood is to come to LBL with me and hunt the beast of LBL. I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but the only reason I'm down there is I'm not trying to be anything other than what I am. And I'm only trying to keep my word to a good friend of mine who passed away a couple years ago. And when I'm down there, you don't see, we've been down there how many times, honey, in the last couple years?
A lot.
No telling. And we don't have network television crews behind us filming our every step and move. We're not there for recognition or fame. It's simply to try and keep my word and put an end to the murders and disappearances and attacks of innocent people in the land between the lakes. So you have to be a good person for me to invite you to become a member of this. We recently had Mr. Ron Moorhead, who came down and spent a couple of days with us at LBL. He was such a great guy. It was such a pleasure to have him. And he really enjoyed himself. We did have activity every night that he was there, but unfortunately he was asleep. So, and I also want to thank my good friends Martin Groves, Daryl Denton. I really appreciate you guys. You're like family to me, just like Krista and Brandy. We're all family. So, Brother of the Wolf is something that you can't buy or look up online. It's strictly something that I created in 2007, and it was like 4 members back then. And here lately, we've been getting an influx of people, which I'm so happy.
Hey, Mike, thank you so much. It was good meeting you too.
Yeah, it's great to meet you.
Yes, thank you, Mike.
And I know I'm seeing all the love. I'm seeing all the love.
Support. We love you all. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. There's no sense in sitting up here talking to ourselves, right? So thanks for showing up in the chat. We really appreciate that. But so the Brotherhood of the Wolf, it's by invitation only. And once you come in and I accept you as a member, you are family. We do anything for each other. We look out for each other. We take up for each other. And we would literally walk through fire to help each other. So it's not like a regular club or group. You can't look it up online. There's no page or anything like that. It's just strictly basically bragging rights that you are a member of the most elite club in cryptid research. So everything
I know
there's no fakery about us.
And I can tell you, Brandy and I are both proud to be members.
We're proud to have you.
We are.
We really are.
There's great people in this Brotherhood of the Wolf for sure.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
Martin Groves, Daryl Denton, Hannah Kaywood Jones and her husband Kevin, Dewey Edwards. Who am I forgetting? Matt. Well, I should say
War Criminal
7.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So really, we have an exceptional membership, and Joe and Jesse Doyle, they're members of Hellbent Holler.
And Ava Tweedy.
Yeah,
And Krista, Brandy, Hollywood's daughter. I'm sorry. What's her name?
Abby.
Abby. Thank you. I'm sorry. I forgot her name.
All right.
Abby.
All proud to have you guys, and you're all great people, and it's just it's something special. It's really nothing like it out there.
No,
So, I
agreed.
really thought that years ago. I thought this wouldn't mean anything to anyone but myself, but evidently it's the idea has become really popular, and a lot of people have asked me to let them come down and be a member. MK Davis, he's getting ready to come down and join us there at LBL. So yeah, we have a lot of good people, and we're looking forward to growing. And I think next year we'll be taking over this whole cryptid field. So all you fakers and frauds out there should be a little nervous right now. I hope everyone will come and watch the real people who do the real research and really we really take chances, and we take all the risks. And like I say, we get eat up with ticks and mosquitoes and chiggers. Last year we went down there, and my wife Letitia had like 600 or 700 seed ticks on her, and it took me hours and hours to pick them all off with tweezers. So,
But he did it.
Yes, but I did it,
and I love him for it.
Pleasure. But yeah, it's really something special, and it's something that you can't just pay money and join. You have to really prove yourself to be in this group. So we're looking forward to getting many more good people, exceptional people into this group, and it's growing by leaps and bounds.
Absolutely. And I know you have other things coming up, some of which you can't talk about. But just everybody stay tuned, because Bart really does. He's a part of several different projects going on that you guys will just have to stay tuned and be like the rest of us here, find out later.
Oh, thank you so much, 86.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you, 86.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
We have a lot of exciting things coming up, and you guys are going to know about it real soon. And again, I apologize for being so slow on uploading the videos. It takes me time, I don't even own chatbot AI or whatever you call it. And in 15 seconds, you can have any type of story you want. My good friend and brother, Joe Doyle, he showed it to me down at we just got back from the Tennessee Wildman Conference. Yes, and he showed it to me, and it was really eye-opening to me how easy it was to generate content that was 100% fake but sounded so real. And all these people that they can do 10 or 12 videos a week, well, that just tells me something about them. So they're only limited to how many videos they can produce themselves. They have unlimited content with this chat AI crap, but you won't see any of that here. So you have my word that everything that I read and share with you guys is 100% real.
I need to add to your list. We can't forget Gabby and Elijah
Gabby
Henderson.
and Elijah Henderson. Yes, I was going to ask you if I forgot someone. But
Also, you need to add to the list who else is in chat, and that's Anna and Michelle. Also,
Yes,
Anna and Michelle, Anna Kaywood Jones and Michelle Johns, both proud to have those girls in the group. We love those. We love everybody in the group. Like I say, it's a family, really, and we're going to get together again real soon. I'm going to call a meeting very soon, and we're all going to get together back down at the LBL, and we just have a good time. Everybody brings food, and we have base camp there, and plenty to eat and drink, and we go out in 2s or 3s or 4s, however they want to do it. And the last time we did that,
thank you, Selena.
thank you, Celine.
Thank you, Celine. Yes,
We
Selena.
appreciate that.
The last time we did that, we had some real good I don't know, sightings, encounters, experiences. Yes, my wife saw something. You want to tell them about that, hon? I haven't made a video of this yet.
Well, we'll wait.
Well, no,
make
go
the
ahead and tell
video.
them. I want you to tell the people what you saw. And she was not alone. And
I was with Michelle and Anna, and we were driving down the trace, and we seen what we think was a mini Mothman. That's the only way we can really describe it. Nothing we've ever seen before. It was pretty creepy. And we also, the people in the car behind us, seen, what was it, the Beast of LBL, they think? Pretty
War
sure
Criminal
they
7 and Gabby Henderson.
Yeah, seen the Beast of LBL. It was a creepy night. There was this huge, giant, yellow-orange moon that us 6 saw. We were in 2 separate cars, but 6 of us saw it. But the people back at camp, Krista, Martin, Bart, Brandy, they seen. What did y'all see? Y'all can tell what y'all seen. The moon looked like. Thank you, Sugar Bridges. We appreciate you.
Hello, Sugar Britches.
Well, when we were sitting in camp, Martin Gross and I were talking, and we kept talking about the moon because it was a yellowish type color, but it was full and it was beautiful, and we kept talking about it. And then when Letitia got back with Anna and Michelle, they said they saw something completely different, which, I was like, I don't know how that could be. I mean, you're talking just a matter of miles, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello, Hellbent Holler. Thanks for joining us tonight, Joe and little sister. We appreciate you. We love you guys.
It was the biggest, brightest yellow moon that we've ever seen, and the people at camp just seen what they described as a regular moon. So it was like we drove into another dimension or something. I don't really know how to describe it. It was crazy. The people that were right behind us, within, I'd say, a minute or 2 behind us, said they seen hundreds of snakes crawling across the road and seen several different,
lots of deer on each side of the road. Yeah,
all kinds of wildlife. But when we was driving down, we only seen just a few deer and some wildlife, not much, but we never seen a single snake. So we're just not. Thank you, Lord Amp. We appreciate you,
Lord Amp.
Well,
Thank you,
Brother Matt.
We just
looking forward to getting you down to the LBL with us.
We just can't explain. We can't explain how that whole night just went.
Well, yeah, because I mean, when you 3 got back to the camp, it was like you were all very excited to tell us, because it was just something really super weird, and you're like, you said that you seen it on the ground. If I remember correctly, you seen it on the ground.
Yes.
And you, how tall did you say it was?
Oh, what is that, about a foot and a half?
Yeah.
About a foot and a half tall. And it looked like a bat. It had bat wings, but the wings were so long. So we figured out about 5.5 foot wingspan. What I saw and what Michelle saw were blacks, just a solid black wings, solid black body. The body was really tiny. But what got our attention was the eyes. It was like it was staring right at us, and they were laser red eyes. I mean, wasn't eye shine from headlights. It was laser beam eyes, and it looked like they were staring right at us. And then the next thing we know is the wings open up, and it just, I don't even know how to explain it. It just did this twisting motion and was up and gone. It never flapped its wings. We never seen legs like it pushed off. It was just the wings came open, it twisted and was gone. So there was nothing. We never seen it again, and I can't explain how it disappeared.
I know whenever you guys all came back to camp, you and Anna and Michelle were like on cloud 9, and we were still like trying to figure out what you guys had seen. And then within, I would say, maybe 7 to 10 minutes later, Gabby and Elijah and War Criminal 7 came back. And then Gabby gets out and says, I just saw the beast of the LBL.
Right.
That was her words.
Right.
So we're all like, oh my God, like 2 different type encounters. I mean, it was just a wild and crazy night. Absolutely.
Yes,
right. And keep in mind, I've been going down there since at least 20 years and looking for things. And my wife and I have been going there for a long time. I don't know, 12 or 15 years now. We never saw anything or heard anything out of the ordinary. We camped on the alleged kill site several times, and I was on the kill site, excuse me, with grilling steaks and cooking bacon and nothing. But here lately, everything just seems to be ramping up. But that particular time, I just happened to stay back behind in camp with Brother Martin and his wife Sheila. And of course, when everyone got back, we jumped in the vehicle and went right back to the spots, but we didn't see or hear anything. Mm-hmm. But, you know,
we did have something growl at us in the woods. Yeah, we're still not sure about that. Krista was in the car with her daughter. Remember, I ran over and was telling you that we heard that growl in the woods, Krista.
Thank you, Peter Frampton. Yep. I appreciate what you just said, buddy. I'm just here to bring you the truth, whatever that is. You know, I'm not trying to sensationalize anything. The truth is what I'm about, and that's what I'll be bringing you guys. And we just got back from LBL, as I said, with Ron Moorhead, Daryl Denton, and Martin Groves. They're all members of the Brotherhood right now. We were down there for 3 nights, and the very last night, we'd been out for a couple of hours, Martin and I, at these remote locations, you know, looking around and searching around, and we didn't have any luck. But coming back into the park, the area where we were camped, and I'll tell you right now, it's Wrangler's Campground. Coming back in there, as soon as Martin's headlights turned onto the road where the station is, the check-in station, I saw something standing on the side of the road, and it.
Real quick, thank you, Catherine.
Yes, thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, Catherine.
Trying to thank your people for you, Bart.
Thank you so much.
I missed it. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Catherine.
Yeah. Chat's really moving, and I'm having a hard time keeping up. So
I know I keep staring off at my my tablet because I'm trying to watch it because the screen that I'm on is super small, but my tablet's a lot bigger, and I'm like, this is just moving too fast.
Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate you guys, but we were coming into the check station, and I saw something standing at the side of the road, and as soon as Martin's headlight hit this thing, it stepped up into the woods. And all I saw was one back leg. Now, Martin says he saw both back legs, but I saw one. I thought it was a deer at first, but I got to thinking this thing was black and tan, which is color of a Doberman. So don't know what it was that I saw. It's possible that we saw the beast, but really I can't say with just seeing one leg. You know, I would like to have a better sighting than that before I tell everyone that I saw the beast of LBL. But I'm down there. My reason for being there is not to make videos or anything else. It's to kill this thing and put an end to what it's doing to innocent women and children and campers down there. Martin Groves, who's a retired sheriff, 32 years, he told me that there was almost 30 people that he knows about that have gone missing or been killed there. And you never hear about any of this in the news media or newspapers or TV or just anywhere. They covered it all up. And he knows just about everything there is to know about LBL. He knows all the roads, all the back roads. And another friend of mine and fellow brother, Mark Maycheck, he's smart too when it comes to all this stuff. He's been down there for 25 years, and he keeps his eyes open and his ears peeled. And if it happened down there, chances are him or Martin will know about it. So I have a lot of trusted contacts down there. So,
do you want to tell them who you made the promise to? What the promise is all about?
Well, the promise was to Johnny Henderson. He passed away a couple of years ago, and his number one thing was to see the beast of LBL and
destroy it.
Right. Well, I promised Johnny that if anything ever happened to him, that I would carve his and his wife, who just passed away earlier. I would carve their initials into the hide of this thing. And he promised me the same thing. If anything happened to me, he would try to do the same thing. So that's why I'm there. It's not to be on TV or to make videos. It's just to try to keep my word. And as long as I'm able to swing those swords, I will be down there doing that, trying to keep my word. And you guys can tag along with us. We'd love to have you.
Yep.
But if that ever happens, I'll probably be done with all of it. So
Yep.
You know, this cryptid field it's really something else. It's I don't know. Everybody's running around. They don't know who to trust. They don't know who to believe. Everyone's sticking daggers in everybody's backs, and it's just unacceptable. So we're going to try to change that. My fellow Brotherhood members and myself, we're going to try to change all that. And I hope you guys join us for the ride. It's going to be a wild ride.
Yep, absolutely. Can I say something real quick? Everybody in chat, it is moving super fast. So Brandy and I are only on here to kind of help Bart and Letitia with the first one here. If you have any questions, if you could put them in all caps, I have marked some, and then Bart can go back and answer them, but that would help us out greatly if you put all questions in caps lock.
Sure, I'll be happy to answer any questions anyone has.
You have some.
100% truth.
She said you have some. So
you have some questions. Are you ready to answer some?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sherry Griffey asks, at the Brotherhood, do you all use dash cams when at the LBL?
Well, we plan on it, but no, we're too poor at the moment to afford anything like that.
that's honest.
We have 2 cell phones, and that's about it. And
My dash cam is Krista.
right.
Yeah.
We have 2 cell phones, and one's ready at all times with the cell phone. But even then, you know, it's hard to get your cell phone out and turn the camera on and start recording. You know, sometimes you only have 2 or 3 seconds when you see something like that. It's like what Martin and I saw. It was gone in 3 seconds. You know.
Yeah.
So, but you know, if we get money,
Thank you, spilling tea.
we start to fancy equipment like Brother Joe Doyle and little sister Jessie. They have all the coolest stuff, you know.
Thank you very much, Southpaw.
Thank you, Southpaw.
Thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate you, buddy. And but yeah, we're hoping to get some more equipment eventually. But like I say, right now it's about me trying to keep my word, and I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone. That's probably going to be impossible to do.
Right.
But, we would love to be able to, you know, be able to afford some of the cooler gadgets like Joe and Jesse have. They're just so cool, and we love watching them on TV. And I want to give a shout out to my brother over at Paranormal Roundtable, Josh Turner and his family, the whole PRT family, all the paratroopers, all the hellbenders. We love you guys.
Yep.
We're just happy to be a part.
And the boosters.
Yes.
And the boosters.
Texas Front Porch. We love all you guys. And we're just glad to be in such great company right now. It's an honor, really.
Well, it's our honor.
It is. Absolutely.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you guys.
For sure. We love you guys like we're blood related.
That's
Love
right.
you more than some of my blood related. I can tell you that.
We feel you.
It's a family.
Yeah,
It's not a club. Yeah. It's
I was going to go back. I was going to go back to what Barton said about maybe getting some gadgets like Joe and Jesse. And I'm like, yeah when I grow up, I am too.
Right? Joe and Jesse, they have the coolest stuff. And I mean, as you guys know, Brandy and I are both huge fans of theirs as well. So
yeah. So like I said, when I grow up,
yeah,
I want to be like Joe and Jesse.
right.
He has some cool gadgets. Krista has some cool gadgets.
Well, we're on the ghost side, you know.
Yeah. So we can just like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to have any part of that. I'll tell you. I'm not no ghost.
So
I just don't want any. I don't have anything to do with ghosts. I'd rather walk a couple blocks out of my way to avoid walking in front of a haunted house. Actually,
We're scared of cats.
well, you have some more
Yeah.
questions. Do you want to answer some more questions?
sure.
Okay. Travis B asks, what's the plan to catch footage of these inhumanoids?
Well, just I guess be lucky, but my plan is really not to do anything but kill the beast of LBL. And I know that might sound crazy, but once I give my word, you can go ahead and etch it in stone. I'm not going to go back on my word. So, sure, we'd like to have some footage, but with AI now, you know, even the best of footage will be scrutinized so heavily and probably ridiculed, you know, and no one would believe it anyway. But hopefully we can get some footage sometime if we're lucky enough. We'd have to be extremely lucky because these things are so fast. But my whole point is to be down there and swing my sword at the beast of LBL. And that's why I'm there.
Right. Absolutely.
I'm sorry to every one of you out there who love dog men or whatever, and, you know, think that they're some type of spiritual, I don't know, companion to people or guide or something, but that's not how I view them. That's not how I view Bigfoot. I have a lot of experiences and sightings with Bigfoot, and I know that these things aren't anyone's friend, at least the ones that I encountered. 1975, I was 9 years old, and we moved into this isolated farmhouse close to the banks of the Green River, and basically spent 11 months being terrorized by these Bigfoot creatures. They killed all our animals, mutilated our animals, and would come up and knock on the house and turn our door handles and growl and scream all night long. You know, it didn't act friendly at all. So to those who say these things are their furry force friends, hey, more power to you. But I have to go by what I know is true. You know, everyone can tell a story, and it's really up to you to believe it or not. And whether you do believe it or not, it's your opinion. But when it actually happens to you, you know it's a fact. So I know for a fact that these things, at least some of them, if not all of them, are aggressive and evil. And so to me, all Bigfoot are at least guilty or suspect by association. So until I come across one that's friendly and, you know, hands me a deer and says here, let's be friends, I'm not going to believe that. So, but if you do, I'm not denigrating anyone. You can believe whatever you want. I'm not trying to force my beliefs on anyone. I'm just telling you the facts and the truth. That's all.
Right. Okay. You got a lot more questions here.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Greg Graham asked, hey, Barton, do you think cryptids could be more prone to certain people more than others?
It seems that way, Greg. Yes. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. I can certainly say that I'm not special in any way. I'm not marked or psychic or whatever. In my case, I think it was just we lived in the wrong place at the right times, you know, and that's why I have all these experiences and sightings. But you know, I'm not special anyway. I don't feel like I'm marked. So that's a good question, and I really don't know the answer, but I think it's more of a being in the wrong place at the right time type of things. Of course, everyone has their own opinion, you know. And
yeah,
the people who say they can go out and have contact with Bigfoot or these humanoids at will. So my advice to them is just be careful and do not trust these things, because I've had a lot of stories. You know, I've been writing books for a long time and taking people's experiences and writing them down. And I've had a lot of stories where the people start out with their Bigfoot encounters or whatever, and it's very peaceful. But they almost always end badly. You know, I always tell everyone, be careful and be cautious and do not fully trust the creatures. And I have to say, everyone that I've talked to that have given me stories like that, my advice has turned out to be correct and true. So don't trust them.
Right. I agree. All right. Next question. You have
Yes, Matt, I do think there are more than one. I just hope I don't run into a pack of them, because if I do, I'm probably done for. But you know, what a way to go. I can think of a lot worse ways to go than trying to set things right and stop the harm to innocent people.
Bell City Girl asks, what weapons can you take into the LBL?
Well, I guess you can take anything you want.
Just don't get caught.
When you get away with it.
Right.
So
Just don't get caught.
I'm not gonna say that it's legal to take firearms in there, but I will say if you do not have some kind of firearm with you, then you're putting your life at risk. So
Absolutely.
for me, it's worth it. You know, it's worth having that extra protection. And I will say that if I ever do come across a beast of LBL, it will have 6 bullets in it before I ever draw my sword.
Yeah.
So take that for what it's worth.
Yep, absolutely. All right, next question. Spillin' Tea with Spunky Sparky. I love the name, by the way.
I do too.
Do you think that maybe they know your intent and so they avoid you? It's a good question.
Well, It would seem so. I'm out there a lot with my friends and fellow members of the Brotherhood, and so far they've avoided me like the plague. And I can say that. When I'm out there with my sword, it feels like to me, well, I'm a man of faith, first of all, and I don't think that my end will come at the hand of any inhumanoid. But every time I'm there, everybody, they say, oh, I get a terrible feeling about this place. And they're right. It's just a dark place with a very violent, bloody history. But to me, it's like I told Johnny Henderson, he took us to a really, really remote spot that had a lot of dogman activity. And he said, aren't you scared, Bart? And I said, no, Johnny, I'm not scared. He said, well, that's unusual considering what we're looking for. And I said, honestly, I could lay down in this road. It was a dirt road. We had to get out of the car. It was like 2:30 at night. Mm-hmm. The road was rutted and muddy, and we walked about, I don't know, quarter mile, half mile away from the car. And I told him, I said, Johnny, honestly, I could lay down in the middle of this road and go to sleep, and you guys can come back and pick me up in the morning. I'll be right here. So I have faith that what I'm doing is the right thing, and that I'm not going to be the victim of some demonic inhumanoid. Mm-hmm. If that was going to happen, if that was my destiny, I think it would have happened when I was 9 years old in 1975. So,
gotcha. You might have answered this question. Do you think there's only one at the LBL?
No, absolutely not. I'm just hoping that I encounter one at a time.
Mm-hmm. Letitia, this is a question for you. Mickey G asked, growing up, did Letitia see stuff like Bigfoot, dogmen, or ghosts?
Absolutely not. I didn't have my first experience of seeing anything until 2009. 2009 was my first experience with Bigfoot, I believe. We was driving down the highway, myself and Bart, going to the river bottoms just to hang out for the day and explore. And I looked over into a cornfield, and I seen this tall creature. I don't know, 7 foot maybe tall. Not good with heights, but it was a huge creature. And he was like,
more
yeah.
Like 8 foot tall.
He's like, what did it look like? And I was like, well, I said, it was like, he asked me what its neck looked like, what its head looked like, what its arms looked like. And I said, it didn't. I said, it looked like a big, tall cousin it. It was just hair, like just nothing but hair. I said, but it was blonde. I was like, straw color blonde. And he's like, okay. So I said, turn around. Let's go back. So we turned around and got back, and we seen something going up into a tree line, and there was a pond over behind this tree line that maybe that's where it was headed to. We don't know. But he didn't really see anything. He just kind of seen something, but he didn't know what it might have been.
Well, when I drive, I'll try to keep my eyes on the road,
So we go on, and we turn back around and go on down to the river bottoms, and we get down there, and Bart will talk to anybody. And we get down there, and there's 2 campers down there, and we pull over, and he's like, pull over and let's talk to him. So we pull over, and we're talking to him, not talking about Bigfoot, not talking about creatures or anything, just talking about the night before. And he said, you guys should have been down here last night. And Bart's like, wow, what happened down here last night? He said, there was this huge creature. He said it was about 8 foot tall, as tall as my camper, which his camper was probably 8 foot tall. And he said it was tapping and scratching, I believe, on the top of the camper. And he said, but when they seen it, it was a blonde Bigfoot. So
wow.
He looked at me like, okay, he finally believed me.
No, it's not that I didn't believe you. It's just,
It was hard for him to believe me. So
who am I to not believe someone? But with everything that's happened to me, and no, I'm not trying to be Rambo. I'm not trying to be anybody but Barton Nunnelly when I'm down there. So
that's my experience with Bigfoot so far. And then with the Mothman, that was just very recently. So thank you, Mickey, for the question.
Yes, thank you. And I've never seen a Mothman, and unless that was a beast or a dogman that I saw the leg disappearing into the trees, I've never seen a dogman. I've seen a lot of things in my life, things that walk, things that fly, and things that swim, but I've never seen a dogman. But hopefully I will, and I just need one time. I just need one good swing, and this will all be over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you may need more since there's more than one.
Well,
You're gonna need
if there's more than one, then I might need to swing. I might need to draw both swords. So.
Red Raider asks, where do you think they come from?
Well, I think there's two different kinds. I think there's, excuse me, I think there's a supernatural type that's been around for as long as we have. Every culture throughout history has the archetype of the changeling or the werewolf, especially the werewolf. But I think the other type is made by the government, and they're coming out from underground tunnels. And I have my reasons for that. It's not just something that I pulled out of the air. I think a lot of these inhumanoids come from underground, and that's where they go back to, and that's why we don't find them. But I do think the government is creating human-animal chimeras, and they've been doing so since the 1940s. Operation Paperclip. Paperclip. They brought over like 1,600 Nazi scientists at the end of World War II, and they were the best of the Nazi scientists, and we brought them over here because we didn't want Russia or some other country to get these guys. And the American government put them right up and put them right to work over here. And we all know that one of the interests of Hitler was these human-animal chimeras, and I think that it's been going on since then. I think the dogmen are the human-animal chimera types, and I think the werewolves are the supernatural evil spirit types. So that's my take on it. I could be wrong. I've been wrong a million times in my life. I hope to live long enough to be wrong a million more.
Yep, me too.
When I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to say, hey, look, I was wrong. It doesn't bother me to say I'm sorry or I'm wrong. If you're a grown man, you can't do that, then you're not really a man. You have a lot to learn. So.
Yep, absolutely. Lunar Eclipse asked you, Barton, do you think that Bigfoot and Dogmen at times work together?
Yes. As evidenced by Martin Grove's story, the dogmen in that story were, I think, tools of the Bigfoot. And Spotsville Monster, that's what everybody called the things that were terrorizing my family back in the 70s. And I didn't know this until 2005 when I got a computer. The first thing I did was reach out to our neighbor who lived about a mile down the road. And he was the one that my dad called because after a couple of times when these things would come up and terrorize our family, he called the state police. But after a couple of times doing that, they refused to respond to my dad's phone calls. So my dad was almost completely blind. He had glaucoma, and he had 6 kids and a wife, and he couldn't count on the authorities to come save us or escort us out of there. But luckily, he met this guy that lived a mile down the road. He had been out squirrel hunting one morning and saw one of these creatures. It was evidently right behind him, and when he was squirrel hunting and pulled the trigger on his 12 gauge, he said this thing took off running, and it was so close that he could feel the breeze from the thing running on the back of his clothes, and it started running in our direction, the direction of the house that we lived in. And he just heard that the family with 6 kids had moved into that house, and that was the Hughes farm. And he thought, well, I better go warn them because they got all these kids. And that's how my dad met this man. It turned out a little later that he was the one that he always called instead of the police. So he would come down when he was having trouble, and he would pull up in our driveway and escort us out of the house into the car, and we'd all go stay a couple of days at my grandmother's until things calmed down, and then we'd come back and start it all over again. So eventually we abandoned the property, and it was was like the perfect farmhouse for us. You know, we're all just regular people. You know, we're not city folk. We're country folk, and we weren't happy in the city at all. And this was a perfect house for us. You know, isolated woods, fields full of arrowheads and artifacts. And we hated to leave that place, but we had no choice because my dad thought that we were all in danger there. So we eventually moved.
Wow. All right. You got a bunch more questions here.
I know. I'm just watching them go, and
Not
I'm like,
service. Just please ask away, guys.
Okay. So Red Raider asked, and what's your sword made of?
It's made out of cobalt steel.
Okay.
Now, originally I thought it was cast iron because I picked it up at a flea market or something. And it was just the blade. It was solid black and extremely heavy for a sword. And I thought, this has to be cast iron. So I bought it and I took it to my brother, who makes all my weapons for me. And I said, can you put a handle on this where I can use it? And he said, yeah. So we put the handle on it, and then we sharpened it, and we realized it was cobalt steel and not cast iron. But all my weapons have been blessed by an ordained minister. So if bullets don't work, I'm pretty confident that they will. They're not just edged weapons. They're all something special.
Sure.
So to me, Johnny Henderson was the one that blessed my weapons. So he and I were brothers. He was a member of the Brotherhood, him and Elijah and Gabby. And I wanted so much to have her mother, Miss April, to come down, and she was sick. She had got cancer, and we didn't even get to meet her. We were late meeting her about 3 days, and it was just sad, really sad. And it's really sad when I think of Johnny. You know,
but you know what, though? They have 2 incredible children.
They
do. And I'm so proud of those kids. They're like my own kids. I love them so much. Me and Letitia, we love those kids.
Absolutely. Peter Frampton asked you, would Roger LBL go there with you? Has it ever been discussed?
Well, Roger's in the chat. Hey, Roger. And I've invited Roger to come down sometime. And so far, he's yet to take me up on that. But
I think he will someday.
Maybe someday he will.
Hope he will.
Yeah, just let's see. This one kind of cracks me up here. Hellbent Holler says, does Barton have a plan on eventually making a quilt out of all the cut off shirt sleeves?
No, actually, brother. So I had a favorite shirt, and it was a camouflage shirt, sleeveless, had a pocket. And I wore that damn shirt for 30 years, and it eventually started getting holes all in it.
It's actually on a few of his videos.
Yeah, and actually that picture that's up there with me holding Nightmare, that was my favorite shirt. And just a few months ago, I was wearing it and doing a video, and when I took it off, it finally gave up the ghost. And one of this part here just broke in half. I'm like, damn.
Broke his heart.
Broke my heart. I had to throw the shirt away. But, you know.
So if we know a good, maybe Stitch Witch, she might be able to sew all those sleeves together for us.
There you go.
I threw it away. There was no sewing all those holes up. It looked like it had been eaten up by moss. And it was really just so old, and I love that shirt.
Yep. Let's see. Okay, next question. Do y'all go into
Breezy? How you doing, brother Breezy? I see you in chat, brother. You tell Miss Jen and Jaden that I said hello. I wish you guys could come up to Kentucky sometime. We'd love to have you up here. So Breezy, I met Breezy at the Texas conference, and we just immediately hit it off. And I think the world of that guy. He's different, and he's himself. He doesn't let the world dictate to him what he is and who he is. He's just himself, and I respect that.
Yep, absolutely. Alan Lassiter asked, do y'all go into caves to look for them?
No, not anymore. Now, I used to when I was younger. I'd be the first one in those caves, crawling in my belly and looking for things like that. But the older I get, I found that the more claustrophobic I've become. And the thought of being stuck in a cave is just, it's about like the thought of being stuck in a coffin and buried alive to me. So I don't really mess with the caves anymore. Now, if it's a big opening and I don't have to explore too much, I'll go in. But if I have to crawl around in my belly to get somewhere, I'm not going to do that anymore. No.
Yep.
It's hard to get myself to places, tight spaces like that.
Yep, I totally get that. So next question, I guess Letitia could probably answer that. The ticker at the bottom says memberships are available. Where could I join?
Oh, Krista, help me out on that. Where do we?
Okay, so Bart's all in the process of getting all of this and doing live streams and all that good stuff. If the memberships aren't available today, they should be within the next day or so.
It did say 50%, so it still may be uploading.
Right.
That's what I'm assuming.
So check back in the next day or so. Letitia, you know what the tiers are?
Yes, the tiers are the titles. We may change the titles. This was just kind of a quick doing. Tiers are in humanoids for $2.99 a month. The spawning is the next tier for $6.99 a month.
And just to clarify on the second tier, my wife asked me what I wanted to call a second tier, and I was just joking. I said, let's call it humanoids the spawning.
Hey, don't ever joke with us when we're doing this, Bart, because look what we did.
And I follow directions.
That's right. And the final tier is called Nightmare,
which is $24.99. And that one will include, if you stay joined for 6 months, you will get a free t-shirt or a free book of your choice, signed by Bart. So
free art prints.
Art prints.
We'll give you as much as we possibly can to show our appreciation. That's a lot of money, and wow,
So, and another thing is too, as far as the art prints, one of the tiers, you do have that in there.
Yes.
And I don't remember if it's the second or the third tier.
I want to say it's the third, but we still have some tweaking to do. So we'll be changing a few things up. We may put the print in the second tier, the spawning.
Yes.
So we're gonna make it right for everybody.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it worth your money.
So just stay tuned because to the channel and Letitia will get it worked out. And actually, when it's in there and ready, Bart, you could probably do a post out there and letting everybody know that your memberships will be available too. Next question. Lunar Eclipse says, Barton, have you heard of dogmen having double rows of teeth?
No, I haven't, Lunar.
I haven't either.
That's interesting.
I've
heard of the red-haired giants having 6 fingers and double rows of teeth. They were supposed to lived in every any place east of the Mississippi River was supposed to be their home, and Indian legend has that they had a double row of teeth and 6 fingers and 6 toes. But I've actually gone looking for evidence of these things. That was in the Moon-Eyed People, and I think I found some evidence of either those or the Moon-Eyed People in Metcalfe County back around 2000. We were walking down this creek and we started coming across these rocks, and they were all dressed stones, and they were in different geometric shapes, almost like you'd come together and they would make a puzzle, but they fit together. And what I thought they were the remnants of walls that had been toppled over. So there is evidence for the Allegheny, and that's what they were called, the giants, or the Moon-Eyed People. 2 different things I know, but both of them were supposed to build walls of stone, which is something the Indians didn't do, as far as I know.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Can you go back and see if you can find overbuilt automotive? See if you can find his question. It says,
did I miss a question? I'm trying.
I know.
Chat is moving fast.
I know. I didn't see the question. I'm sorry.
I'm looking here. Or overbuilt, if you could ask it again. Like I said, I apologize if I missed it.
I'm sorry.
Brandy, we're slipping. This is the whole reason why we're on here.
I know. But the thing is that I keep getting kicked out. I don't know what's going on.
It's your ghost. It
I was
is
like,
your
Yeah.
coach.
Okay. We had a question earlier, and they asked us if we'd ever seen spirits or ghosts at LBL.
Yes.
The answer is no. But my brother Joe Doyle, he saw the ghost of a gray lady up there. So there's all kinds of stuff there, and it didn't just start happening when the government kicked everybody out and made them move and took over the land. It was going on long before that.
Yep.
So that's why the Indians called this place the Dark and Bloody Ground.
Yeah.
And they had no concept really of men and people owning the land. So when they finally sold Kentucky to the Pennsylvania Company, they said, okay, well, here's Kentucky, but you won't be able to settle here because of all of the spirits of the dead and all the violence that's happened here. You can't settle in this land. But here we are, and they were right. Honestly, the whole state of Kentucky is unlike any other state. It's just full of unexplained phenomena.
Yeah.
Just pick a phenomenon, and you can find it right here in Kentucky.
Well, Brandy and I, we actually have EVPs from Land Between the Lakes.
Yes.
We got them in daytime,
Right. And also I'll point out that Kentucky is home to the world's largest underground cavern system, Mammoth Caves, there in Emerson County. They've already found, I think, 400 or 500 miles of underground tunnels, and they estimate that there's about 600 more miles to go. So really nobody knows what's down there, what lives there, or how big it is. So anything could be there. And I think a lot of the stuff that's not spiritual in nature is probably coming from underground in the Mammoth Cave system, I think. So.
Last question here. Jesse C. asks, are you going to be doing more lives? I love this.
Yes, we will be doing more lives as soon as we learn how. But right now, it's just baby steps,
Right.
Kristen
and Brandy are
Brandy,
doing it for us tonight.
We need people to help us out, but eventually we'll be able to do this on our own. And we love doing the lives. It's so fun to talk to people and answer their questions. And like I say, we're in real good company here. You guys do lives. Joe and Jesse do lives, and Josh Turner does lives. Gabby and Elijah. So we're in really good company, and we're just happy to be here. And we thank you guys for your help. And we love you guys.
Thank you, Mark, for helping me get my computer going tonight. We appreciate that so much.
Yeah.
And for all the help. Mark's been a steadfast friend to me for 20 years now. And I've really been lucky maybe not lucky. I think people are coming together. They're being drawn together, especially now at a time when the world is tearing itself apart. The world is putting other people together, and I've been extremely fortunate to have met in the last 3 years some of the greatest people. I used to have just one brother, and now I have 7 or 8 brothers and several sisters too. So
thank you, Debbie.
We're just happy to be here, and
thank you.
Yeah, we'll be doing more lives for sure.
Absolutely.
This kind of a test run.
Yeah.
Right.
This is just kind of dipping your feet in, and Letitia and I've been working on setting it up all day, and just a test run, and you are going to come back and do some more, because we didn't do this work all day for nothing. I'm just saying.
Well, we're happy to join you guys in the live
stream. Thank you so much, Krista. I appreciate you so much sitting with me.
Of course.
Yeah.
Brandy, thank you so much for coming on and helping us tonight. Thank you, everybody, for
everyone's in the chat. We love you guys. We really appreciate you being here for the first live stream, and
absolutely.
Hopefully, it's going to be something we're doing.
Well, we do have something that we can talk about that you are going to be doing next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's June 8th of 2023, and it's called Texas 2024. Sorry. And it's called Texas Front Porch Meets Brotherhood of the Wolf at the Alabama Bigfoot Conference.
Yes.
We're looking forward to that. We love you, Michelle. Michelle Milner's in the chat. Hello, and we love you too.
Hi, Michelle. Love you.
Yep. So that's going to be a fun one. You and members of Brotherhood of the Wolf and members of Texas Front Porch. It's going to be a great conference.
Right? Yeah, we love Tex. Tex thinks I'm about half crazy, but that's okay.
We all think you're about half crazy, Bart. That's nothing new.
That's okay. I can't blame anyone for being wrong.
I can tell everybody he is about half crazy.
But we love Tex. He's such a good guy. You know, we saw him down at the Texas conference at Josh's second annual Dogman conference, and the first thing he said was, "Oh, brother, I missed you so much." And I'm like, "Yeah, I miss you too, brother." You know, he's just a good guy, just really likable. And all the people that I think the good Lord has been bringing to my side, mine and Letitia, have just been the best people ever, and couldn't ask for a better family. My online family is just as important to me as my blood family, and I love everybody. I want to see everybody succeed and have a great time while doing it. So hopefully next year, the Brotherhood of the Wolf will be making some appearances all over the country. If you get a chance to come see us, please do, because you won't find another family that's quite like this one. It's something special. It really is.
So Brandy and Christy, you'll be speaking right at the conference next year too.
At the Alabama Bigfoot Conference. We have Bart, you have confirmed with us. Martin Groves has confirmed with us. Daryl Denton has confirmed with us. Tex will be there. Bigfoot Michigan Rob is confirmed speaker. Jason McLean is. Greg Ogles will be speaking with Brandy and I. And then we have somebody else out there, and I'm not going to name their name. We're just waiting on a yes or no for them. So I won't.
Yeah, yes, we're hoping.
We're hoping. Fingers crossed.
Yep. So we're hoping that they join us too. So, but yeah.
I can't wait to see everybody again. I met BMR. He's such a good guy. I just think the world of him.
Thank you so much, Jason.
Absolutely. He's a very good guy.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes.
Can't wait to see Tex again, and can't wait to see you
Thank
guys.
you.
We're going to be seeing each other again very soon. So.
Yep, we have plans. We have a date set, don't we?
We do.
Yes, we do.
We do. And definitely, wow, I'm pretty floored by all of your chats, your super chats you guys got tonight. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah,
you guys have the best fans and followers. I can tell you that. You guys do.
Thanks.
Thanks
to all. We love all our fans and our supporters and
all of our new people.
All the new people. We want to welcome everyone in and just say that, we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up that no one else is going to be able to bring you. So just stick around, and to anyone that's sent me emails, it's in the chat. Please be a little more patient. I'm swamped right now with everything going on. And like I say, I'll be busy for another week, and then I'll have some time to catch up on the YouTube videos. So just be patient. I haven't forgotten about anyone.
Yeah. So just stay tuned to Bart's channel. He'll be doing some more lives of these too, for sure.
Yes.
Yep.
Always, this is fun. I love watching you guys do your live streams, and Joe and Jesse, and you guys are so good. I don't think we'll ever be as good as you guys, but
oh yes, you will.
We'll be here. We'll be here for sure.
You will. You do a great job. You do.
That's
you
right.
Do a great job. Absolutely. I just want to give a quick shout out too. When we get off of here, everybody head over to Bigfoot Michigan Rob's channel. He's live tonight and on Beyond BMR. Give him a little plug there.
You need to be over there.
If you guys would head over there.
You need to go, Krista. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It's all okay.
It's all okay. So
Robbie says just be
all okay.
That's all I know how to be. I don't know how to be anything other than myself, but I don't try to be.
Yep.
I don't put on airs for anyone. I'm the same right now as I am tomorrow or yesterday or next week. I'm just myself.
That you are.
So, and Krista and Brandy can attest to that. I'm exactly the same when you meet me. I'm not some kind of legend or celebrity or ego. Ego is what's messing up this whole field right now. There's too many egos that think they're something that they're not, and they pretend to be something that they're not, and it's really gets on my nerves to see all that going on. But I'm just me, and that's all I'll ever be. But when they lay me down in the ground when my life's over, I'll have two things intact, and that would be my integrity and my honor. They're not to sell at any price to anyone. So
Krista's got to go. Krista, we'll see you.
Okay.
Thank
It's
you.
all good. It's all good.
Okay. I just don't want you to be really, really, really late like you already are.
That's okay. That's all right. So anyway, we just, yeah. Let me know when you want to go live again, Bart. We'll get you on here.
We'll do that. We'll do that. Thank y'all so much. Hollywood, you and Krista, y'all have a great night. To everyone in the chat, thank you so much for coming out here and supporting us on our first live stream. We really appreciate you. And we'll be seeing you again real soon. So just keep your eyes peeled, and we'll be back soon.
Thank you guys so much.
Yep.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you. See
Good night,
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.